Welcome back. In this segment, we're still looking at explanations, but we are focusing on a panel discussion or an interview. You might be asked to listen to a panel discussion or an interview, and you need to listen for attitude or position. We're going to look at a panel discussion about the idea of toy-toying. Now, in our pre-reading, we'd obviously talk about what is a panel discussion, different people coming together, sitting around like here in a semicircle, and giving different opinions on a topic. And we'd also look at the idea of toy-toying. You discuss what is it, have you seen people toy-toying, have you done toy-toying, when does it happen? You'd have a discussion around it as part of your pre-reading. Your reading is going to the text. Panelist A says, "The toy-toy is just a form of dance, one that does not have a pattern or style. The crowd swings and sways and chants and lifts their knees and dances in a moving mass." Panelist B says, "No, it's more than just a form of dance. The crowd has to be very emotional and stirred up. You know, like when the crowd is very happy or feeling victorious, or really angry and aggressive. It's a defiant dance, a protest dance. You can just dance if you feel like it, quite quietly and by yourself. You're never going to toy-toy quietly and by yourself." And there's a third panelist, and the third panelist says, as Tokyo Sehwale once said, "It takes two to tango, but more to toy-toy." All right, now we come to our reading, our close reading of the text, the next part of our process of reading. Let's look closely at what panelist A says. Panelist A says toy-toying is just a form of dance. And then what do we have here? We have quite a simple explanation of some of the moves. The crowd swings, the crowd sways, they chant, they lift their knees, they dance. All of this is giving us a simple explanation of what the crowd does when they toy-toy. Let's just look at the word chant. A chant is a word or group of words that is repeated over and over again. It can also be a song. Let's look at panelist B. Panelist B is explaining why this dance will be done, explaining when this dance will be done. So we're told crowd must be emotional, stirred up, happy, or angry. They've got to have very strong feelings. Panelist B also is drawing a contrast. Now let's see if we can see this contrast. Panelist B says it's a defiant dance, a protest dance. Then panelist B talks about some kinds of dance. You can dance quite quietly, you can dance by yourself. That's some kinds of dances. And then the panelist is saying, but toy-toying is different. You can't do it quietly, so it suggests that you will do it noisily, and you can't do it by yourself. It suggests that you have to toy-toy in a crowd. Then we get panelist C, and panelist C says, as Tokyo Sehwale once said, it takes two to tango, but more to toy-toy. So what is a tango? And there we have a photograph. That is the tango. Well, you can see a very exciting dance there. It takes two to tango. A tango is a South American dance. As you can see, it is for two people. Notice that the partners are moving in relation to each other, and you can see what an exciting dance it is. It takes two to tango is a common idiomatic expression. It means that both people involved in a bad situation are responsible for it. Let's look at an example of using this idiom. One person says, "My mother always irritates me." And the other person says, "Well, it takes two to tango." What does this mean? It means that you have to irritate your mom as well. If you don't get irritated, then there isn't going to be a problem. But if your mom irritates you and you irritate her, then you are going to be doing the tango. So what can we infer about the panelists? What can we guess about them that we are not told? We can guess that one person is trying to be factual and calm and just give a kind of definition. One person is saying, no, let's get to the heart of it, let's really understand it. And one person has a sense of humor. We've been looking at a text that is an explanation, but looking at explanations that come in different ways with different attitudes and positions and feelings. More in our next segment.